Tiger's turn. Tiger Woods will talk about his infidelity and make a public apology later this morning.
I think, yeah, his female fans are going to be watching him a little more critically than the men would be. The right tone is sincere regret.
Suicide mission. A Texas man with a grudge against the government crashes his plane into a building housing an office of the IRS. And upset on ice. American Evan Lysacek wins figure skating gold in Vancouver. This is the CBS Morning News for Friday, February 19th, 2010. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Gielan. It's getting as much media attention as a presidential news conference and probably more interest. Tiger Woods will break his silence this morning, speak about his infidelity, apologize for his actions, and then return to therapy. It's a tightly controlled event, and the Golf Writers Association refuses to participate. Whit Johnson is in Florida with more. Whit, good morning. Nothing changes unless there's a body count. That's part of a 3,000-word rant left on the internet by Joe Stack before police say he plowed a single-engine plane into a Texas office building that housed the IRS. Authorities pulled a second body from the building, and we're learning more about what drove Stack into a suicidal rage. Don Teague reports. Problems. On the CBS Money Watch, stocks in Asia headed south this morning, and Emily Smith is here in New York with that and more. Emily, good morning.
Good morning to you, Michelle. Most Asian markets tanked today on worries economic growth in the U.S. could begin to slow. Japan's Nikkei lost 2%, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng about 2.5%. That could mean a tough day ahead for Wall Street Thursday week, and later this morning, the markets will tune in for the government's latest numbers on inflation. The federal, but it sure did look nice. And if you think Facebook and Twitter get a little too personal, a new website wants to know exactly what you're buying. A way to learn about deals and new products. Michelle, I can just hear it now. You bought another pair of shoes? What?
I know. I really don't want anyone knowing what I'm buying.
Oh, God, it would be so embarrassing. I think I would stop buying things.
I know. Like purchases at the drugstore. We don't need people knowing exactly what we purchased.
Right. You go in for one thing, you leave with 100. Yeah.
All right, Emily Smith here in New York. Emily, thanks. And just ahead on the morning news, a school district being sued for spying on students through a webcam, plus a brand new perspective, a celebration for the space station's new observation deck. First, Katie Kirk has a preview of tonight's CBS Evening News.
After nearly 3 months of silence, Tiger Woods is finally speaking out. What will he say, and will he return to golf? CBS News will have live coverage of his statement and complete analysis later tonight on the CBS Evening News.